Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're going to take a look at something from KE Arms. It is their Ambidextrous Selector. Now there are a lot of options that they provide, so I encourage you to research your own preferences. They also have a large variety of items. KE Arms. So what I have here are two platforms here. Didn't want to distract you with the uppers, so we're going to focus just purely on the triggers and the hammers and the safeties. So, got any questions about these? I'll entertain that in the comments, but I'm going to blab about just those three things here. So, let's start off with something more basic. So ignoring the Magpul trigger guard, let's assume we have a normal lower. This is a retro from Aero Precision, obviously marked there. Didn't want to dox myself any serial numbers, but what's interesting about this reproduction lower, you got the safe semi-auto, and as you know about a certain scene in a certain movie, when somebody in the Chow line with their M4 or model 639, 733 derivative, Captain asked them, hey, I noticed you're not unsafe. And it's like, yeah, well, this is my safety. Well, not only that, if the hammer's down, it is not going to fire unless you have some catastrophic bounce where the hammer actually is able to, by inertia, flip back so far that without locking, right, against the sear, that it could go just as far and boom, actually fire. Highly unlikely, but yeah, there's a possibility. So, you notice the only way to deploy the safe option is when the hammer is deployed. See, it doesn't work. Put on semi, boom, it'll work, right? But then it won't work again. Thus, hey man, this is my safety. This ain't going nowhere. Unless you have so much inertia and get to counteract a normal mil-spec. In this case, I do believe this is an ACT, Advanced Combat Trigger, Geisley setup for the trigger. And let's take a look at the KE Arms version. So this is a cartridge drop-in version of trigger, as you can see in here. Kind of blacked out the information there on the production of this particular item, but here you can see here the item in question is the KE Arms Ambidextrous Selector. So assuming that we have the hammer back, of course we can put on safe, or we can fire and boom, the hammer drops. Again, nothing's going to happen once the hammer drops. And we can also deploy the safety with the KE Arms Ambidextrous Selector. It's all down to what's in the core path, what was actually, machined out along that core. Most cores are still mostly solid, except for one path for it to swing past, the detent and the other obstacles within trigger mechanism. But as you can see here, you can deploy safety, hammer back, will not work. Put it on fire, it will fire, but then to satisfy the captain, you can put this on safe. Nothing's going to happen. So, taking a quick look at the KE Arms Ambidextrous Selector lever. And again, I'm going to say that you can customize your order. As you can see here, I have different style of levers. They have a selection of levers to suit your taste. Where do you want two of the same, one of different types on each side, different lengths, different patterns, whatever, to suit your hand geometry. So, taking a very quick look at the KE Arms Ambidextrous Selector. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out the show and tell videos on the channel. We do unboxing videos as well as a selection of book review media reviews. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.